Hey everyone, John here, and welcome back for another series, only this time we're going to talk about stress. Stress seems to be all around us these days. Sometimes we have a little bit of stress, other times it seems we just have more than we can handle. So, stress is defined as a state of mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from adverse or very demanding circumstances. So based on that, we need to understand a couple things. Stress isn't always bad. Some stress can be good, and we'll get into that later, as some can be bad, especially if it's in larger quantities or more than we can handle. Another thing to understand is stress is caused by our perception of what's around us. If there's a situation in front of us, regardless of whether the reality of it is it's a dangerous situation or something that we should truly fear, it's our perception. So if there's something in front of us that we don't like, it's likely going to cause stress. How serious the stress depends on the person and how we're visualizing or perceiving the situation that's in front of us. So let's get into some of the things that stress can do. First, stress, when we are experiencing it, our bodies react to it by releasing hormones and chemicals. It can divert blood flow to muscles. It can even shut down unnecessary bodily functions for a portion of time, like digestion, all trying to help our bodies prepare for that action that it feels is necessary to essentially survive the situation. So some stress can be good. Some stress, like the excitement of riding a roller coaster or a big event, maybe a birthday or a wedding or whatever you're going to. It can also be something like exercise. When we exercise, we're applying stress to our body so that it will get stronger and grow. So another example of good stress could actually help with motivation. We talked about that in our last series. Maybe having a deadline or something that you're working towards is that little bit of motivation you need to get started and finish a project. Though that, again, depends on the type of person you are and how much that affects you, that level of stress. Because if it's still too much, it could turn into that bad stress. So let's kind of move into that. So anytime we're in a situation where we seem to be overwhelmed or that stress just doesn't seem to take a break, our body doesn't get that chance to relax. And when it's in that more relaxed state, it gets to function and do all the things it needs to do for you to be healthy and live a nice, fulfilling life. But if you have too much stress and it's lasting for too long or it's too extreme, your body never gets that break and it doesn't get to do some of the things it needs to, maybe heal itself, repair. We've all had those issues when it comes to stress where we have digestive problems. Well, that's because our body's kind of turning those things on and off, not necessarily at the best times for what we're doing. Remember, internally, our body doesn't know the environment we're in or what's happening around us. It's just what our brain is saying, like, hey, there's something going on there. It's essentially stressful. React. It doesn't know that you're just nervous about an upcoming test or a presentation or a meeting. As far as your body's concerned, it needs to react to survive. So sometimes when we have these long-term or chronic issues with stress, all sorts of bad things can unfortunately start to happen. You could have difficulty controlling emotions, you can have weight gain or weight loss, it can weaken your immune systems, you might have trouble with anxiety or sleeping, and things can just continue to go on. I don't need to mention them all there. So as you can see, stress is a very important thing that we need to make sure that we're mitigating and controlling so that we can live our lives and be happy and have a good time. So that's where I'm going to kind of stop for today. Next time we're going to talk about trying to identify stress, because I feel that if we can figure out what's actually causing the stress, then we can start to apply a plan to reduce it. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe below and stay tuned for next time.